This is a quick run through of how DiSARM can be configured for foci. We're initially focused on foci management and monitoring as opposed to foci investigation, but I can show you where that could be plugged in. So users can log in with their standard username and password, and this would control access. Once you log into this particular tool, you can see it's just configured for foci. When you open that up, it then gives you this sort of menu of options. Status view gives you a status of the data at any given time. So what data are loaded into the tool. This is to allow you to work offline if need be. List view gives you a list of the foci, and a map view gives you a map of those. So the first thing to do here would be to ensure that you have the most up-to-date data. We're dividing these here into case clusters and case locations. Case clusters being potential foci. So clusters of cases in administrative or operational units that are used to define foci boundaries. And then the case locations determine the sort of individual case data that those boundaries are based off, or those classifications are based off. So once you've made sure that you've got the latest data, you can then pull up a list of the different foci. In this case, we've loaded it with sort of dummy data, and the tool is populated with 4 foci. And this tool takes you through the process of initially suggesting foci. So based on some algorithm, as case data come in, the tool would suggest a foci location or classification. You could then move it through sort of visual review. There could be a desk review, and based on data, and then a field inspection to complete the process of classification. So these 4, for example, have been our new foci. They're suggested to be active. You can use this top filter mechanism to filter through the different foci. In this case, they're all suggested and active, so anything that's not suggested and active, the table is empty. You can then also pull up a map of the different foci. In this case, there's 4, there's one off the screen, 4 different foci. They're all coloured the same because they're the same investigation status, or status I should say. So you can again use the same filtering. There's only suggested foci at this stage, so anything else and those foci disappear. And if you want to, it's possible to click on an individual focus and pull up some more detailed information about that, so you can visualize that, the boundaries and some data. And then you can also change the values. So this, you could imagine, could be done sort of desktop review, so visual inspection, or if you have access to this in the field, you could also do this in the field as per IRS data collection. So in this case, we're going to change it to inactive based on some visual review. We can then save those changes, and once those changes are saved, it updates on the map. So you can now see that this is a yellow focus because it's been classified as inactive, as opposed to the red active ones. You can also then go back to the list view and see that it's updated here as well. So now we have this one focus visual review that's inactive, and that would appear in the searches. And then here again, you can see that on the bottom, this summary table, there's now only 3 foci in the suggested active, and there's 1 now in visual review and inactive. So the idea here is that you can move all of your foci up to investigated and cleared. And that's a very quick overview of the tool.